What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today it's all about these little fellas over here. ND filters for your drone. Shit. Alright, good start to the episode, I'd say. Have you ever wondered why you just can't get those smooth shots just like in the commercials? That's because they use ND filters. Why you should also buy them and what wonders they can work on your drone, we're gonna talk about in this video. But we're gonna do it right after the intro. Let's go! Okay, so basically, if you don't know what an ND filter is, it's basically sunglasses for your camera, and it allows you to, follow the 180-degree rule on your camera, which is basically always keeping the shutter speed double your frame rate. Because of doing this, it's gonna lead to realistic motion blur and really smooth footage. For example, if you would just use your shutter speed to correct all the lighting conditions in your camera and the drone, it would basically lead to choppy footage just like this. But you don't want this in order to make it look very cinematic and commercial-like. If you really don't know really what an ND filter is, then make sure to check out this video here, because there I really explain what an ND filter is. Choppiness can be very distracting and take away from the breathtaking footage or landscape you're trying to convey. The ND filters I have here are from Newer, and I just got them off of Amazon for maybe 20 bucks or something. And basically, as you can see here, look like this. There are 6 ND filters with all different strengths, and also some of them are very special because they have polarizers. If you don't know what like a polarizer is, it's basically boosting the blues and the greens in your image and getting rid of reflections, for example on glass or something. But for drone shots, you really want the blue and the greens to get boosted, and it's also gonna get rid of all the blown out pieces in the image. Since you fly in the sky and the sky is blue, you maybe want to consider buying polarizers as well. Another positive aspect about polarizers are they actually boost the dynamic range in your image. So it's basically going to help you a lot in post-production. So if you also don't know what a polarizer is, or you just want to watch another one of my videos, then make sure to check this one up here. It's all about polarizers, why you should buy them, and like why they're so good. So now that all this tech and nerdy stuff is out of the way, I'm going to give you some tips on how to properly use these things on your drone. So as we all know, drone batteries are not really that strong. The max you can get is 30 minutes of flying, just like this one right here that you can get like for 28 minutes or something. I mean, it's not bad, but like when you really want to get those shots and you just have one battery, you really want to time everything pretty well. So one thing that I always do before going out on a shoot or like going to fly or whatever, is I always put on a filter before going on the shoot, because as you all know, or maybe you don't know, but that doesn't matter, there's like a screw ring up here that you have to put on in order to be able to transport the drone. So basically you're gonna have to screw it off or on regardless. And since you can leave these on when you transport your drone, it's basically the best idea to kind of like estimate what the lighting conditions are going to be, and then you're kind of like, you guess what filter is going to do well, and if you're lucky you might actually save a few minutes of spare flying. And also make sure to keep them organized, because 6 filters, if you all just throw them around and cycle them, you're gonna get lost, and you're gonna have very much stress screwing on and off thousands of filters before actually being able to take off, and this is also gonna lead to more battery wasted. So I always organize it like this, that the polarizers are in the bottom line and the normal ones are in the top line, whereas they're always like ascending. So it's 8, 16, 32, and then 4, 8, and 16. So I always keep track of my organization, so you don't have to confuse yourself ever. Then yeah, so we already talked about polarizers, and really try to invest in some filters with polarizers. As I already said, they boost the green and the blues, and also the the dynamic range in your image, and you're gonna have a lot more fun in post-production. They might be a little more expensive, but at this point, really, like, rather be safe than sorry. I mean, the last tip is pretty obvious, but like, before every trip, make sure your camera gear is clean. That doesn't really even just matter for your drone filters or your drone. Make sure to always keep your equipment clean. What is even more annoying than having like a big freaking stain in the middle of the frame? And with that all said and done, I think we're pretty much through with this video again. So in summary of this video, always make sure to buy filters for your drone. It's gonna save your ass once, because there is gonna be that point in time where you're out flying on the field and you would think like, well, that would have looked so good if I had filters on with polarizers, and also to have non-choppy footage. Thank you. Oh, and before I forget, like and subscribe. Share the video with others. You know what to do. Peace.